Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, still enjoying the pleasures of heaven, whereas hell was a lot of suffering, a lot of want, a lot of not being able to have anything except that god-awful Jack Daniels and Coke. In heaven, you are able to enjoy, to a degree, a lot more stuff. Some things, of course, are banned, like the devil's lettuce, booze. Don't have any booze here. I guess not like Valhalla, where you could have ambrosia. No booze is allowed here, because it's not healthy. Also, junk food. It's not that well accepted. It's kind of frowned upon. But Professor Macabro, being me, is able to conjure up some stuff. We already saw the ultimate Coca-Cola, but now I have something that takes me back to those days when Professor Macabro was just a little child Macabro. Still mischievous, still sort of evil, but more innocent, if you will. I say innocent, but if you saw the shit I would watch late at night, you would not believe I was that innocent. But Professor Macabro as a child would wake up early Saturday mornings and watch cartoons. Friday evenings I would stay up late and catch horror movies or whatever movies I would be able to catch on TV. But I would still wake up early on Saturdays to enjoy Saturday morning cartoons. That is something that I unfortunately weep for the newer generations that will never know the pleasure of waking up early to watch a whole bunch of amazing cartoons. Nowadays, the kiddies today marathon and stream everything in a single sitting. Whereas when Professor Macabro was a kid, you would watch an episode, and if it ended in a cliffhanger, you had to wait a whole week. And if it was the season finale, well, you had to wait until, the production studio started doing new episodes. So you had to wait a while. No, it was a very, very enjoyable thing. It made you appreciate cartoons more. Indeed. Plus, they were just better, in my humble opinion. But nothing was as amazing to accompany your Saturday morning cartoons as a nice big bowl of cereal with cold milk. And you would just watch your cartoons and gobble up that delicious sugary goodness and have the energy to marathon all the cartoons that whatever channel you watch had. And you had to flip through different stations to be able to see different cartoons. One station might have He-Man, the other station might have G.I. Joe, the other station might have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you had to, memorize the channels and watch them. But one serial that left an impact on Professor Macabro was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles serial. Yes, I am notorious for forgetting to actually edit images into my videos, but if I remember, I will post a picture of the cereal here. And it was this cereal that had these little, weird-looking wheat parts. And then you had your marshmallow turtles. And it was quite tasty when I was a kid. Or I would have Frosted Flakes there. Great! Or, what was the Trex was the other one that I enjoyed. But I enjoyed the Turtles one because while horror is my first love, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a big part for Professor Macabro's childhood. Yes, both watching the cartoon, collecting the action figures, and some of those action figures were pretty gnarly. We had the Mutagen Man, which was this glob of guts just in a transparent plastic thing. And I'm putting my hand like this because I am hoping I don't forget to edit an image. We also had the Muck Man, which was a thing created completely out of garbage. But the design of the toy was pretty cool. So I enjoyed those more horror-looking action figures. But again, the cereal was the great thing to accompany when you would watch the Turtles cartoon. And lo and behold, they brought back a version of the Turtle cereal to promote the newest Turtle thing that's going to come out. Now, I'm not particularly big on the art style that they're going. After the success of Spider-Verse, it seems that everyone is trying to copy that style. The second Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, had a very cool art style. And since then, a lot of animation studios are trying to rip it off. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon movie looks a lot like Spider-Verse. They even announced a new Disney movie that also kind of looks like Spider-Verse. So I'm not a big fan. I understand why they do it. When something original hits, all the other studios like, well, people like that. Let's steal the idea. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are following suit. But, good or bad, that cartoon gave way for them to release the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cereal. It's a little different, like I hope you saw in the image that I'm going to put back here. God help me, I remember to do it. It's very similar to that, but instead of the little wheat squares, now you have wheat round forms, which actually makes sense to me because it's supposed to be pizzas. So I appreciate that. And you have your Ninja Turtle marshmallows in the colors of the four turtles. Red, blue, purple, and orange. And these are the new turtles that are going to pop up in that new cartoon. The last cartoon that was released was Rise of the Ninja Turtles, and that also had a rip-off art style that looked to Professor Macabre a lot like Steven Universe. The Nickelodeon one was one of my favorites because it had a whole bunch of horror elements. They even have an episode where they have a Jason Voorhees looking mutant. That was like, bravo, bravo, freaking amazing. Then they have fought Dracula and Frankenstein and werewolves. And I was like, give me more, give me more. But unfortunately, it got canceled and got replaced by that Rise of the Ninja Turtles, which again had the art style of Steven Universe, but had too wacky of stories. Not big on Rise of the Ninja Turtles. But is this going to be good? I don't know if this will be any good, but I'll still watch it because, again, I have a soft spot for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Professor Macabre has already tried this family-size box of cereal, and I must say, Professor Macabre quite enjoyed it. I will admit that after drinking so much booze, so much candy, and, mixing booze with different kinds of sodas, and that god-awful Jack Daniels and Coke, my taste buds are totally wasted, probably, but I enjoyed that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. To me, Professor Macabre, it brought me back to when I was a child and liked the cereal. To me, again, maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's the love for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but to me, it tasted like the original cereal. I was gobbling that up with a nice cold cereal bowl full of milk and gobbling up the cereal. I was like, I'm being thrown back to when I was a kid. With how delicious it is. I particularly enjoyed it myself. So, I would recommend you track down a box of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cereal. It is quite tasty. And again, to Professor Macabre, it does taste a lot like the original cereal. Mind you, the last time I tasted the original Ninja Turtle cereal, was probably over like 30 plus years ago. So, I'm going over faint taste bud memories here, but I would recommend it. And buyer beware, on the back you get this little board game. So you do have to track down part 1 and part 2 of this to get the complete board game and be able to play it, I guess. But yes, I don't know if I'll be able to find another box of this to complete it, but I had this, and I'm happy that I gave it a chance and was able to enjoy it and be brought back to a wave of nostalgia and, be sent back to when Professor Macabre was a younger, more innocent being. And I say innocent in highly, highly big question marks because even as a little kid, I was a handful, I'll tell you that. Indeed. Now, since that guy came back, I hope, and something I'll have to talk to Godvira about, I hope they bring back the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles dessert pies. Indeed. Unfortunately, I can't say the name that they were sold as before. They were sold as cream pies. But nowadays, cream pies have a much more naughty designation. So I'll go with dessert pies. They were these delicious, kind of like the Hostess fruit pies, but these had cream filling, and they were covered in green frosting, and they came with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sticker. And to Professor Macabre, those things tasted wonderfully, much like the old school Hostess apple pies that they used to have. And, of course, the Hostess dessert pies that had cream inside them. Again, gotta be careful when saying the other name. So I would very much appreciate if they brought back the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles dessert pies with the cream filling. Also include the stickers. If you're gonna go and bank on nostalgia, go all out and make them exactly as they were in the 80s. Don't change a damn thing. Make it exactly the same. But I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. I don't even know how many people even remember those dessert pies. Probably just me, an old man stuck to his old ways and remembering things from the past that he thinks were better but probably weren't. But that's how I roll. Yes, I guess this is technically heaven, so I could maybe ask Godvira for a couple. We'll see. But yes, just wanted to give you my thoughts on the re-release of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cereal. Good stuff, in my opinion, and I hope you're able to find a box and enjoy it for yourself. Yes, indeed. Well, Professor Macabre is all over the place with his recent video content. You would think that I would try to get back to Earth ASAP and see how that whole Zombie Wasitos Mecha Bro thing resolved itself, but I'm having a good time in heaven, so I'm taking you along for the ride. Indeed. Now, what is next for this channel? Well, I'm going to show you a couple of haul videos. Professor Macabre was able to acquire some more things for the collection, so I hope to see you soon for that. So stay tuned for it, and please, like always, leave a comment, a thumbs up, and if you like what you see, subscribe and get my subscribe count out. What did I say? I don't, that make no sense. Get my subscriber count up. There you go. I guess I'm having a sugar mind explosion between the Ultimate Coke and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal. It tends to happen at my old age. So yes, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, I wish you, like always, a good evening.